Next is the transfer fees. Purpose of the amendment is to authorize the association to charge transfer fees upon the sale of units and to authorize the transfer fees to be assessed to the transferred units as a common expense attributable to fewer than all units. Motion, I move that the Applegate Condominium Association Declaration Article 10 be amended by adding 10.3. The transfer fee shall be paid to the association upon the transfer of units as presented. And Article 19, Section 19.3 be amended by adding subsection G, transfer fees in accordance with 10.3. And that this amendment be sent to unit owners for a vote. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion?
Yes. I can speak to that. So it came from the CAI magazine that we get every month. It was an article by Ronald Barbara, a lawyer, talking about it to bolster reserves. So that's where it came from. We did some investigating on it. And I sent out, did you read my handout that I sent out on it? Okay. Well, that's explaining why we wanted to do this. When the condo was set up, it was under the builder's control for so long and there was no reserve. So all those buildings were older by the time we got it as a board with no reserves behind it. So this, it's not uncommon. It's getting more and more common, and it kind of, it tracks it to the value of the house. As Bill was saying, it goes with the value of the buildings, which are increasing in value because we take care of them. But it costs money. You have to have money from somewhere, and the fees are only going to get you so far. Fees don't go up like inflation goes up. Everything costs money. It's, going to be $500,000 for the roadways when we have to fix them. I mean, where's that going to come from if you don't have methods? It's just like taxes. Nobody wants to pay more taxes, but how are you going to run your schools? How are you going to run anything if nobody pays anything? You need to have funds coming in from different places, and this seemed like a fair method, and it's done in a lot of places. It's becoming more common, thus the article on it. And so you should probably look at the handout that I sent.
Kathy, can you, or Mike, can you bring up that, the information paper on that? And Kathy, you can speak to that.
Yeah. My information page or the one from the lawyer?
No, yours. Yours.
Yeah.
Can everyone see my screen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is the handout. I think it was sent in an email as well. I spent some time researching this after I read the article, and it seemed to me a good idea to bolster our reserves because we are very underfunded, really, because of the history of our complex. So, one, we felt it was our fiduciary duty to do this. Construction costs rise, and our reserve needs are increasing faster than what we can do with our dues. We did increase the percentage on our reserves this year, but we had it 17% for all the years before that. And before we were aboard, there was no reserve. So it's just another piece to the reserve puzzle. And it's good to have more than one way you're funding your reserves. Just like anything, you want to have multiple sources. And we felt this would keep the monthly dues stable and reduce need for assessments. Because when we have to have a major project of roofs or roads, things like that, it's going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if you don't have that money in reserves, you're going to be paying for it in assessments. Real estate prices have gone up faster than the HOA dues, although we have been increasing them because costs go up, and I've been trying to build the reserves. But this is another method that's keyed to the growth of the home prices and construction costs. Construction costs have gone up astronomically. We know wood, all the different products in building have gone up a lot. So this kind of keys into that and is another way to match the amount in the reserves to what you're going to need. It's also scalable as prices go up. We don't have to change the amount if it's based on a flat amount or, like 2 months fees or whatever, then it's still a flat amount. This scales it, and it's long term. We don't have to keep on doing different amendments to change it. It will be easy and predictable to administer. And it strengthens property values. It's somewhat short-sighted to say, well, now it's going to be $2,500 less if it's a $500,000 house, it's $2,500 less than I'm getting when I sell it. But you're strengthening the reserves. You're strengthening the financial stability of the complex. That will be a good thing for the resale. And it's not uncommon. I do taxes. I see it. In a lot of places, they have a transfer fee. I've seen it in many states and places. So that was, when I saw the article, that's what gave me the idea, and I researched it, and that's why we're proposing it.
I think it's important to just note that we're just voting to send out the vote to the community. We're not voting as a board to approve it. I think that's really important for everybody to know.
Thank you. Yeah, that is true. We're just proposing it. Because it's not up to us, it's up to the unit owners. But
correct.
Right. And Kathy, when you did your research, was it, because I know you're the numbers lady, so
Yes.
was it pretty standard to be a half of a percent?
Actually, 1% was a common amount, but I thought that that was too
Oh,
much.
that's
I
excessive.
mean, so that's why I came up with a 0.5%. But 1% was kind of what it refers to in the article and in a lot of places. Actually, it's 2.5 in New York City if you have $1 million property or higher. So it can be more. I mean, that's New York City too, but
Right.
so I thought 0.5%, if you take a $500,000 house, that's $2,500.
Right.
When you're selling your house, it's a cost. I mean, closing costs are your closing costs. I didn't think that that would be too detrimental.
Okay, thanks.
Mike, can you bring up the slide, the update, the community update 14 slide, the one that says background?
This one here, Phil?
No, it says background on it. Well, I think it's probably the next one.
This one.
There you go.
Yep.
I went back to 2022, which is just kind of post-COVID. So 22 to 25, looked at 10 units resales, and the total selling price was like a little over $5 million. So the average sale of the unit was about 500,000. The average buying price of that unit was around 380. So when we looked at just the last 10 years, there was a missed opportunity to fund the reserves from this for about $25,000. So it's not really 0.5% is not really a lot per unit, but when you look at the cumulative at the aggregate of it over time, it's significant. So that's just another thing to consider.
And just in financially, it's good to have multiple streams of income. We have multiple streams of expenses, but having just fees for and interest on our reserves, it is not very many ways. This is another way to structure some incoming revenue to our reserves.
Okay.
Yep.
No,
I don't know. Up to Bill.
No, if you have not a rebuttal, but if you have other something else to add to the discussion for this, then yes. And I give you 3 minutes.
How much are they? Do they have transfer fee?
it's not fair to look at other condo associations and compare because they're all different. You ready to wrap this up?
Yeah,
We're kind of wandering here.
yeah.
Okay. So I make a motion. I move the Applegate Condominium Association Declaration Article 10 be amended. The transfer fee shall be paid to the association upon transfer of units as presented. And that Article 19 be amended. And that the amendment be sent to unit owners for a vote. I have a second.
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
Oh,
All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
The motion is carried. The motion has passed. Therefore, it is resolved that amendments to Applegate Condominium Association and a transfer fee shall be paid to the association upon transfer of units as presented, and that this amendment be sent to unit owners for a vote. That concludes the board part of this.